In football, careers can often be measured by either explosive bursts or sustained releases of energy. Such is the case with two Dutch midfielders. For one, his career reads like a metronome, metrical, consistent and relentless. For the other, his reads more like a Richter scale, long moments of calm with brief moments of devastating seismic activity. But which constitutes perfection? It's Clarence Seedorf and Wesley Sneijder. The Ajax Youth Academy has been a revolving door of fantastic Dutch footballers, including two of the greatest midfielders Holland has ever seen. And one of them wasn't even born there. Clarence Clyde Seedorf was born in the former Dutch colony of Suriname. It didn't take long for him to be scooped up by Ajax, where he made his pro debut as a 16-year-old. He spent 3 years there, winning his first Champions League trophy in 1995. And after a brief stopover at Sampdoria, he ended up at Real Madrid in 2006. It was there he won Champions League title number 2. Wesley Benjamin Sneijder would share a similar club path. Born in a family of footballers, he netted 43 goals in 126 games for Ajax before heading for the Bernabeu. He got off to a cracking start, scoring 5 goals in his first 4 matches. But those appearances became few and far between, and he headed for Inter Milan just 2 seasons later. Seedorf knows something about playing at the San Siro himself. After 121 appearances with Real, he played with the Nerazzurri for 2 subpar seasons before joining crosstown rivals AC Milan. It was there that he finally found a club he could call home. Seedorf would become il professore for the Rossoneri, and over the course of his 10 years with the club, he'd win 2 Champions League titles and a slew of competitions. Clarence Seedorf is the player with the most Champions League titles in history. A member of Real Madrid's Team of the Century, AC Milan CEO Adriano Galliani paid tribute to the midfielder by attributing much of the team's success to Seedorf. Seedorf returned to a place close to his roots, playing for Botafogo in Brazil. And just when claims of him slowing down surfaced, he silenced his critics by being voted best player of the 2013 Carioca League. Contrary to Clarence, Sneijder's time at Inter was the greatest of his career. Pairing up with coach Jose Mourinho, he found life in a career gone stale at Real. And in his first season with the club, he had a year most players dream about. He led Inter to the treble in 2010, a Serie A title, an Italian Cup, and after 45 years, a Champions League. He was voted UEFA Club Midfielder of the Year and carried that momentum into the 2010 World Cup. He was shortlisted for the 2010 Ballon d'Or, but after a string of injuries, he eventually fell out of favour with Inter after contract issues, and he was shipped to Turkish side Galatasaray. In 1994, Seedorf would make his national team debut against Luxembourg and scored. It was a bright moment in an international career filled with consistent disappointment. He'd play on 3 European Championship sides and in 1 World Cup. But he retired from the team in 2008, 2 years before Wesley Sneijder would continue his magical campaign and lead the Orange to the World Cup final. While losing in the final, Sneijder did finish tied for the overall goal-scoring lead with David Villa and became widely considered the best attacking midfielder in the game. Of course, only in spurts. Clarence Seedorf is as relentless off the pitch as he is on it. He's participated as a BBC pundit, writes a blog for the New York Times, and owns his own sports branding company. He's also an active philanthropist, becoming a legacy champion with the Nelson Mandela Foundation. He's built a stadium under his name in the Para district of Suriname and is an honored knight in the Netherlands. Seedorf has always taken care of himself, both body and mind. It's a philosophy that seems to be working for him. Wesley Sneijder isn't a knight, but he probably feels like one, standing next to his wife. He married Spanish actress Yolande Cabal van Kasbergen in Tuscany in 2010, his perfect year, albeit he courted her while still married to the mother of his son, Jesse. The affair was immortalized on closed-circuit television as they were caught kissing in a parking lot. It was a love triangle that engrossed the nation. Wesley Sneijder, when healthy and focused, engrosses the nation on-field too. His best is brilliant, but maybe not as consistent as Clarence Seedorf.